Hey guys, we're back again with some more Persona 1 Snow Queen quest. We just finished actually recording the last episode where we ran through most of the Nemesis dungeon, and now we're at the boss, which is Nemesis. She's modeled a little bit more after like a Greek-ish or Roman battle mistress. It looks like I look at her a lot like Aegis's personas in Persona 3, so she doesn't look anything like Nemesis does in Persona 3, which I just mentioned I think is a big shame. Let's go ahead and get into this encounter. So everybody's pretty like tired of her shit at this point, I think. She's kind of like, bitch. Scree. So this encounter is not like super difficult. I would say this one is actually easier than the Hypnos fight, because I'm a little bit higher level and I'm fighting it at the easiest setting. I can actually look up those values right now, like how this boss encounter goes. Oops. Damn, my laptop went straight to Palomar. That's crazy. I typed in a P thinking that my laptop was gonna autofill in the wiki dot that I use for this, but it took me to the Palomar College website, which is crazy because I haven't gone to Palomar in like 6 years or something. So what we're trying to do a lot here is just kind of like make sure we don't die accidentally and just deal magic damage. She's weak to a lot of magic, and she uses mostly physical attacks, if I remember right. So, if you reach the boss in less than 20 minutes, you'll fight her on the 5th floor at her weakest, which is what we're doing right now. If you reach her in less than an hour, you'll fight her on the 6th floor at normal power. If you reach her in more than an hour, you'll fight her on the 8th floor at her strongest. And if... Oh, okay. But if you wait more than an hour, because you have to go to the 8th floor, you have access to the 7th floor. And there's a room in the 7th floor that contains a bunch of good weapons. And it gives you the ability to create the Priestess Ultimate Persona Erder. So what we're doing is we're fighting her on the 5th floor. She's level 31, has 2,230 HP. She absorbs blast damage and repels electric damage, but she's weak to all other elements. And those weaknesses are the same no matter what. And in exchange, she uses Maziodyne, Decover, Tarunda, Dragon Wheel, Petra Eyes, and Revenge Leak. And those are also stay the same. The things that change between the timings are just like how much damage she deals and how much HP she has. So this is her weakest, which is why the fight isn't very difficult, and I'm definitely ready to fight some people with some elemental damage. But because we're only dealing about 50 or so damage per turn, it does take a while, which is why, and a lot of her, or both of her offensive skills damage multiple enemies, which is why I like to keep Phaleg on and keep him ready to use Meteorama. This is the other big point where I use him in combat. And it's mostly just for this boss fight. Something we do have to stay away from that I don't really have a lot of access to is something like Zon or Megiddo, because those are just going to heal her. This fight is a bit of a grind. I don't think I auto through it too much because I'm switching off what Ellie's doing like every couple turns. And once ISA runs out of skill points here, I'm going to switch her to doing some different stuff as well. Just kind of trying to be useful without like obviously using spells. But this kind of encounter does end up being a little lengthy just because of the total health pool. 2,230 is kind of a lot of HP when you're only dealing like 50 to 60 per hit. But I do try to take advantage of some mirrors, just kind of like cancel out damage, get her to hurt herself, which will speed up the process. I don't remember if it works, we'll find out. It does work, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. That only did about 14 damage per hit. So we just do get back to like hitting people. Oh damn, it's over already. Fuck me. That was fast. Yeah, look at me talking like that was going to be a difficult fight. I told you that was an easy one. We didn't suffer any deaths, of course. I do think the 3 tower bosses in this game, having finished the Thanatos Tower now, are all not greatly difficult. There's just like one thing about them that maybe makes them harder. And this boss was the fact that maybe if like you take fucking forever to get here, you that she has a chance of maybe killing you. So this is when she again like this is where a lot of her final like personality traits come in. Right, she doesn't think that she's done anything wrong, that we are just bullies for like picking on her. Instead of realizing that she's actually she's actually a gigantic bitch. She just had a lot of money and she used it to get things that she wanted, like raise her grades, get somebody expelled who for talking to a boy that she was interested in, and land her the lead role in the play, which ultimately got her here, because you know people who have the lead role doesn't go well for them. But she just views herself as being bullied, being picked on, because nobody fucking likes her, and I don't think there's any reason to like her. She's not a very nice girl, and I don't think she's very attractive. But I don't think a lot of the characters in this game are very attractive. You can tell this game's kind of old. But she does give up, you know, she does decide that we did beat her. It's time for her to leave. This tower will crumble. So we land another mirror shard for defeating the boss. And then once we get up on out of here, we're going to run into the fat guy again, and he's going to give us another mirror shard, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah. Now we go talk to Toro in the cafeteria, and he gives us another one. It's over there. So what happens is these characters actually get like ripped up out of the first floor school to like get put into these shitty situations, which I think is kind of sucks for them. But now we have another mirror shard. We're sitting at a bit, or we get 2 mirror shards. I'm so sorry. So you get 3 total for that dungeon. So we're sitting at, I don't remember how many. There's a lot in Thanatos Tower. There's 4 mirror shards in Thanatos Tower, plus the one you receive for beating the boss. And there's one more that's just like in the tower. So you get 6 for doing Thanatos Tower, so I think we're at 6 right now. Remember, you need 8 in order to get the good ending. I did just do a little bit of shopping. We're gonna go up here. We're gonna save. And then, almost deleted my CBEC quest save file. I keep that for posterity. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and end this recording because I have to double check. I think the grinding session comes soon. So, yeah, we'll see you guys next.